In early 2007, a group of residents from Sydney's western suburbs convinced the state government to rename a local bridge in honour of Victoria Beckham. They were able to convince the government that David and Victoria actually holidayed in Penrith before their relationship was public, and that renaming the bridge would be a win for the local community. This is their story.
I'm Clay Bennett. I'm the assistant manager of Franklin's in Penrith, and I'm chairman of the Penrith Bridge History Society. My grandfather actually started the society in 1952 in honour of his father, who actually worked on the construction of the railway bridge in 1907. And my dad was a member also, and I suppose he got me excited about it around 7 years ago. Kind of taken over the reins, you could say. Now, bridges are a very, very interesting topic. Actually fascinating, especially the Victoria Bridge. I was doing some research for the Bridges Centenary celebrations. This year's actually 100 years since Great Granddad and his mates worked on finishing the bridge. And I was just looking for some facts about the bridge that might entice people to come to the gala day we was, organising. Anyway, I came across this letter to the editor from a September 1997 edition of the local paper. Some woman wrote in saying that her daughter saw Posh Spice walking across the Nepean Bridge. Clearly, no one took much notice of it at the time, and I would not have either. Only then, I found a posting to an English online soccer forum for the same time. Some kid had written in saying that he saw David Beckham running along River Road one morning, which just needed the Nepean Bridge. That's what it used to be named. Pretty big coincidence. You didn't have to be Einstein to work out that Posh and Bex were here together, just before anyone knew about their relationship. And the Spice Girls were touring Australia at the time, so I just figured they came out here to get away from the press, paparazzi. And my sister told me about this article in Who Weekly, where Victoria's nail technician, the one she uses when she's in Australia, she did a tell-all about David and Victoria. She didn't actually mention anything about a trip to Penrith, but I wrote to her anyway to see if she recalled anything. She sent me this. Victoria gave it to her. This photo was pretty much taken exactly where I'm standing now. I know this bridge, and that is the eastern exit. This photo was taken minutes after David told Victoria he loved her for the first time. Apparently he said it somewhere right where we're standing.
Well, I first heard the story about Posh Spice and David Beckham's visit to Penrith from Clay's girlfriend Bernadette, because she gets her perms done with us. Well, at first I thought it sounded stupid, like Clay had lost it or something. But then later that night, it suddenly hit me. A bloody bridge climb. I thought, why hadn't anyone thought of it before? Because they can climb the bloody Sydney Harbour Bridge, can't they? Why can't they climb our bridge? But then I thought, no. There's got to be some gimmick, some way of firing up the public's imagination. And it was then that I came up with the idea of renaming the bridge in honour of Victoria Beckham. I got straight out of bed and started brainstorming the idea right then and there. I worked on it for a couple of hours. I was like a woman possessed. I started imagining all the tourists that had busted out here from Sydney, especially the Poms, just to see the Victoria Beckham Bridge. And then they wouldn't be able to resist climbing it. I came up with a slogan at the same time. Spice up your life, come climb Victoria Beckham. How good is that? I know it's a bit on the risque side, but who gives a shit, frankly.
Well, at first I only saw the story as a way of getting people to to come to the Gala Day celebration. And I thought it was sure to get some attention, maybe even an article in the Telegraph. That would bring people to Penrith for sure. But then about a week later, I got a call from a local businesswoman, Karen Kelso. She does Bernadette's hair. She had this idea that we should rename the bridge in honour of Victoria Beckham. She really wanted to start a bridge climb business like they have on the Harbour Bridge. And she really wanted me to just help her get it named after Victoria Beckham so tourists would be attracted to it and want to come and climb it. First, I'll be honest, I thought Karen was way out there. And I kept saying that I wasn't sure about the idea, but she just wouldn't listen. And she made me promise her that I'd go home and sleep on it and call her in a few days. She can be a pretty persuasive woman. So, anyway, after that I had a chat with my mum, and that's when she told me that Grandad never liked the original name. Apparently he really pushed to have it named something else. He didn't care what, as long as it wasn't the pen. He hated the name for some reason, and no one knows why. Well, I was flabbergasted. But then that night, I had, I don't know, like the most incredible dream I've ever had. You could say my life changed from that point on, I guess. Grandad and I were on the bridge, like we were working on it together. And he didn't say anything to me at the start, he just smiled at me. I had this kind of warm feeling come over me. But then just before I was about to come out of the dream, he looked at me and stared straight in my eyes and said, "Name it and they'll come." I mean, I woke up knowing what I had to do. And I've carried that knowing with me every day since. You know, whenever things got tough, like in the Department of Main Roads opposed the plan, every time I just thought of Grandpa's words and his kind of reassuring smile, and I knew we had to stick to our guns. I mean, this was so much bigger than me. It was bigger than David and Victoria. I mean, this was even bigger than Penrith. It was, you know, like a quest to set things right. You know what I mean?
Well, I heard about the bridge renaming thingy through my auntie Karen. I've actually moved in with her and my uncle Steve because, ever since I got pregnant, my mum has just been totally unbearable. Auntie Kaz told me about the bridge renaming thing, and I thought, I have to get involved. I've been in love with the Spice Girls forever, ever since I was tiny. And I mean, Posh Spice is so cool. So I just had to get involved. I knew it was meant to be. Okay, well, I went to this council meeting thing, and Clay was supposed to speak, but I had this great idea, and I just thought, I'm just going to do it. So I got up, and I actually told the mayor about how cool, Posh Spice is, and how they just had to change the name. And anyway, I just looked straight at the mayor, and I said, "If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends." Yeah, so we did it like that, and I know they loved it. It made a difference. I just know it did. I mean, Clay banned me from those meetings, but I don't know why. But, I know it made a difference. I saw them smiling as the security guards were dragging me out.
Well, I don't like to brag, but I'm known as Vicky's biggest fan. I've followed her career since the early Spice Girls years, before they were big. I don't like to make a big thing of it, but we actually dated for a while. Her success, it put a lot of pressure on the relationship, and she had to keep me a secret. We both took it pretty hard when it ended. I came here to work at the university. I had quite enough of the politics at Cambridge, and I wanted more time to enjoy life, so I moved out here a few years ago. Well, I emailed a few of my contacts, and let's just say I know a few people who are close to Vicky, and one of them confirmed it was true, after some gentle persuasion, of course. I think my song got the whole thing the attention that it needed. It was played on a local radio station. How about I play it for you? You pledged your heart to him on that bridge. From there it's grown, and now you are his. I can't believe it all started there. I try to pretend that I don't really care, but my heart, it calls, it yearns for you so. Just how much I love you, you'll never know.
I've already got the outfit designed and it's all ready to go. It's a little bit like the Harbour Bridge climb outfit, only I think it's more in keeping with what Victoria would expect, and it has that distinctive Penrith flavour to it. People will love it.
Well, the name change has had an amazing effect on the place. I mean, for starters, the bridge actually looks better. I mean, seriously, it's like it's been given its pride back. It's amazing. People from not around here find it hard to believe, but the bridge and the river actually look different. More beautiful. The water is so much cleaner, and the bridge is even more majestic. People have been flocking to see it. There are even stories going around that people have experienced miracles here. Can you believe that? I mean, Karen started calling it the Penrith Lourdes, after the place in France where they heal people. I tell you, it's had some kind of spiritual effect on the place.
That could have been me that day in Penrith. Instead I'm alone and it's him you are with. I watch from afar as you two do it all. I sit here each day and I beg for your call. That could have been me that day in Penrith. Instead I'm alone and it's him you are with. I watch from afar as you two do it all. I sit here each day and I beg for your call. It could have been me. It could have been me. Me.